quality looks a little different because I'm actually charging my camera, so we will not be using her today. We are going to use my iPhone camera, which still works just as good. My name is Anika B. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe so you don't miss a beat with me. So we're going to talk about how the mall got shot up. This happened at the beginning of like last year, sometime in January. And I think I opened the store and I was going to leave around 6 or whatever the case may be. I just knew I was leaving at 6. And it was probably like 3, I think it was 3 customers in the store. And my friend was like, all right, before you clock out, can I go to the bathroom? I was like, yeah, sure, it don't matter. Like, I wasn't in a rush to go nowhere. I had nothing to do when I got home. Well, when I was going to get home. So I was like, it's whatever. You can go to the bathroom, I can wait. Literally, the moment she got to the door, it started bugging out. And you can know what a gunshot sounds like if you hear it a lot. If you hear it enough, you know what it sounds like. So she thought it was wooden pallets, so she was a little like, she stopped in her tracks, so she was kind of just trying to figure out like, maybe it's not. And I told her like, no, those are gunshots. You gotta run to the back. So I was like, no, run to the back. Tell the other customers to go in the back. Like, at that point, there was literally no way I could have, like, I didn't feel right taking the customers out of the store and just leaving me and my my co-worker back there. So I'm just like, listen, everyone go to the back. I'm gonna lock the door, risk my life, and lock the door. And mind you, the doors we had was glass doors. So I could have got, thank God that didn't happen. But I locked the door. Well, I locked one part of the door. I couldn't even lock the other one because people grabbed onto it and then the door jammed. So there was like a big gaping hole. So I was like, all right, forget it. If we get stolen from, we get stolen from. I'm not risking my life for that. So I ran to the back. I turned off the lights. I turned off the radio. Turned off everything. And this is stuff that I learned from high school when we had like lockdowns and stuff like that. So I made sure what to do. And the people that was back there, it was like this businesswoman, it was a college student, and we had a deaf woman back there. And I know this is something that none of us expected to happen, but when you're in a situation like this, you gotta keep quiet. And I don't know what it was, but it's like anything that they did, bass boosted up in here. It's like one of them sat on a box that could not support her weight and she fell on the box. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, you trying to get us killed. And I had to tell her, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm literally whispering to them, but like I'm yelling in a whisper. I was like, hey, what are you doing? It's not like, it was just so bad. And it's like, I know they did not mean it at all. And like I said, it's not something we all expected to be in, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's common sense not to make noise, keep your voices down. And it made it even worse because with the deaf woman, she didn't really know what was happening. It's like she had a sense of something because she, you're in the stock room inside an establishment, but it's just like, I don't think she got it. So every time she saw one of us move, she probably thought that we was gonna leave, so she started moving around, and we literally had to tell her, like, no, you cannot go anywhere, it's not safe. But because she had a little tablet, so we were like right on the tablet to show her. But what also made it difficult, she didn't really know English that well, so it was like barrier after barrier. And I'm just like, I'm not getting paid enough for this. And then we was calling my coworker, we was calling the boss, we was letting them know what happened, and we was telling them like to text us, like, don't call the store, text our phones. And you know what they do? Call the store phone. And we was just like, I was more frustrated than anything. It's like, I was definitely afraid because it's like, you don't know what kind of gunman this is. It could have been like a crazy person. Turns out it was like a targeted thing going. It was targeted, but it's just like still. And they gonna call the store phone, and it's like, I literally picked it up and I ended. I'm like, you need to text us. And eventually they got the message and texted us and was telling us like, what's going on, keep us updated. And we was, for the most part, and we was keeping up with the news. And I remember I was having a conversation with the businesswoman because she was asking me like, oh, so how did you like know all this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I told her like my little history. I'm like, I went to high school. There was lockdowns. You know, it's just stuff you just learn over time. You know, we'll have drills, and sometimes it won't be a drill. It'll actually be the real thing. But I told them like a lot of the stuff that happened never happened on school. It always happened like blocks away, but you know, it's still in the proximity of students, so they want to make sure they protect us. So don't think that my school was just bad type of thing. But then she's like, you know, it's good that you have that knowledge, but unfortunately you had to go to school and stuff like that. And it's like, I get what she was trying to say, but it was kind of as if it's like, it was just, you know, unfortunate. Like, I'm not unfortunate from going to a school like that. If anything, I'm very fortunate, because if it wasn't for me, y'all would have been clapped, okay? But I get where she was coming from, but choose your words. But yeah, so we were just having a conversation about that, and I was like, yeah, it's just things you just know. And like, even if I didn't go to a school like that, like I would know to turn off the lights, turn off like anything that make a sound, keep quiet. Like I just feel like it's just an instinct thing, you know. You don't want to get caught, so it's just things like that you just gotta learn. I mean, there's movies that teaches you that if you decide to absorb the information you see on the screen, but that's up to y'all. So yeah, I'm talking to her, and you know, the college girl, she's sitting on empty boxes, think it's gonna hold her weight, making noise. And then I remember one time it was like, it got quiet, so we all just standing there, we were on our phones or anything, and all you hear is, and I'm looking at her like, what are you doing? You thirsty? I'm thirsty too. And it's like, it's the noise. Like, I don't know, maybe it was like the anxiety in me. Like, we was in the stock room in the back. Like, I for sure know no one was gonna come back here. But even then, like, we had glass doors and it wasn't even closed all the way. It got jammed. So it was still, like, somebody still could have came through, you know, and walked through the store. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So she was just making noise. And I'm just like, and she was like one of those people that was just like very nice and she didn't mean it. And I'm just like, it just feels like I'm in a movie right now. We got the disability woman here, the person that's naive, that don't know what's going on, a little scared, and you got the other one that's kind of like, I want to say judging, but she's not from that type of area, so she grew up on the other side type of thing. And it's like, I could really write about y'all. I really could. We was probably there for like an hour and some change, almost 2 hours. And then once that time passed, I remember my boss saying like, oh, you girls are doing such a great job, this and that. And you know what she said? Give everyone chocolate roses. Because this is around the time the Valentine's Day stuff came into the store. And you know, all these stores, they go from Christmas to Valentine's Day. So we have a bunch of chocolate roses at the time. And she's like, yeah, give everyone chocolate rose. Our life is worth a chocolate rose. Listen, my boss, she did the best she could. She was an okay boss. She was okay. And you know, she said give everyone a chocolate rose, and I think we gave them a chocolate rose. I don't remember if we did, but we gave them that. And you know, me and my friend, we were just texting our family members, texting our friends, like, listen, it's going down. After we did all that, my boss, you know, we had our little exchanges and stuff like that. I think the SWAT came, they started banging on the glass, but then one of the girls, she was about to go to the door and open it. I'm like, hold up. You don't know who's out there. I'm like, we're gonna wait until they announce themselves. We're not opening this door for nothing. Nothing. Because if she would have opened that door, she would real quick. So we waited. Literally, it was like within 30 seconds. It was like, oh, we're the police, da-da-da. So I was like, okay, now we can leave. They all grabbed their stuff. It was quickly. They was like, all right, guys, you know, happy holidays, whatever, da-da-da. You know, get home safe, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just like, y'all need to take classes. Y'all need to watch movies of survival and stuff like that. I'm like, they was trying me. And trust me, I did not want to be in that kind of position of saving people's lives. it's a lot of stress. Like, I'm glad I was there, and I'm glad nothing happened to me, and nothing happened. If I had an option to boop y'all, I would have did it, because the noise. And then there was a point when one of them was like, you know, I do have to use the bathroom. I looked at her. I'm like, you're not using the bathroom back here. You better hold it. You better hold it. You are not using the bathroom in this garbage can. I don't want to smell your urine. You're not. No. I'm like, in the movies it might work, but you're not doing that here. No, I was gonna kick you out. You gonna go to Cole's bathroom or something. You was not doing that here. No. Mm-mm. And then it's just like, it wasn't even like the kind of stock room where you got like a little space to yourself, and then it's like around the corner, that's where you see all your stuff. Like, literally, it was just a rectangular area. That's literally what it was. And I'm just like, you was not doing that here. I was not watching your little coochie go over this garbage can and you doing your little business. We're not doing that. And I don't got time to be smelling none of it. That's gross. I'm sorry. You better hold it. And trust me, I was hungry too. I wanted to use the bathroom. I was like, I'm gonna wait till I get out. That concludes this story. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.